Imagine waking up each day with the resolve to be better than you were yesterday. A life where you no longer settle for who you are, but continually evolve into the highest version of yourself. This is not an abstract notion or a far-off dream. It's a reality that anyone can craft, one intentional choice at a time. The truth is that greatness is not achieved through moments of triumph. It is built through the daily, relentless pursuit of progress. It is the art of continuous refinement, a principle that the Stoics themselves upheld, that one must never cease in their efforts to improve, to grow, to become more. We are the sum of the choices we make each day. Becoming a version of ourselves requires discipline, dedication, and an unwavering commitment to embrace improvement. It's not about immediate transformation or dramatic shifts. It's about the subtle, often imperceptible changes that compound over time. Like the Stoics, who emphasize self-mastery over external circumstances, we must cultivate a mindset of constant learning, development, and resilience in the face of life's trials. If you seek a life of true fulfillment, where you can weather challenges with grace and move forward with purpose, then the pursuit of daily improvement must become your guiding principle. Each step in refining your mind, body, and spirit draws you closer to the ideal you aspire to be. It's not the grandeur of the goal that matters most, but the dedication to the process, the willingness to show up, challenge yourself, and evolve daily. In the ancient philosophy of Stoicism, we are reminded that the obstacles we encounter are not here to defeat us. They are the tools through which we sharpen ourselves. Through daily improvement, we do not merely survive, we transcend. This journey is not one of perfection but of progress, and it starts with a single step. What will your first step be? Will you choose to rise to the occasion today, or will you let this moment slip by? The power is yours, and the extraordinary life you've always dreamed of is waiting to be forged. 1. Mindset, the foundation of success. At the heart of every achievement, every triumph lies one singular element, the mind. Your mindset is the lens through which you interpret the world and make sense of your place in it. In the same way, a garden flourishes when tended with care. Your mind blooms with the seeds you plant. The question, then, is simple. What seeds are you sowing each day? Are they seeds of fear, doubt, limitation, possibility, courage, and growth? For those of us who walk the path of Stoicism, we understand that true mastery begins in the mind. The Stoics teach us that we are not defined by our external circumstances, but by how we respond to them. In other words, how we think shapes our reality. Every day presents a fresh opportunity to challenge our negative thoughts and replace the limiting beliefs that hold us back with the empowering convictions that propel us forward. When you wake up in the morning, do you begin with thoughts of "I can't" or "it's too difficult"? Or do you ask yourself, "How can I?" and "What if it were possible?" The power of the mind is boundless, yet it is only activated through conscious effort. Like the Stoics, who believe that our thoughts shape our destiny, you must work to cultivate a mindset that supports your growth. This is not about waiting for an external change to ignite you. It is about changing how you think day after day. The mind is not a passive observer. It is an active participant in the creation of your life. It is the lens through which all your experiences are filtered. Allowing your mind to be clouded by negativity, doubt, or fear will close your eyes to opportunities and restrict your potential. But your world expands when you train your mind to focus on possibility, resilience, and growth. This daily practice is not about grand gestures or overnight transformation. It is the small, consistent shifts that build over time. It's the ability to say no to self-doubt and yes to self-belief, even in adversity. This is the foundation of a strong, resilient mindset. There is a story of a man who, at a crossroads in his life, believed he was destined for mediocrity. He faced one obstacle after another and allowed his thoughts to be consumed by his circumstances. But day by day, he began to reframe his thinking, planting seeds of hope, courage, and belief. Slowly, the man transformed. Within a year, he turned his life around and started his own business, impacting others in ways he never thought possible. This transformation did not happen overnight, nor was it the result of external circumstances. It was the product of a daily commitment to improve his mindset. The same potential lies within you. Will you allow your mind to limit you, or will you train it to elevate you? The choice is yours. 2. Skills. Developing expertise for success. In a constantly shifting world, standing still is not an option. The Stoic philosophy teaches us that life is ever-changing, and it is only through our ability to adapt, learn, and refine our skills that we can truly thrive. Each day presents an opportunity to sharpen our expertise and hone the skills that will carry us through life's challenges and propel us to new heights. But to do so, we must be intentional in our efforts. Excellence is not a result of talent alone. It is the product of daily, consistent effort in refining the skills that matter most to our growth and success. What skills do you need to master to unlock your full potential? Are they the ones that will help you solve problems more efficiently? Are they the abilities that will make you indispensable in your career, or the tools that will allow you to create, innovate, and lead? The Stoics believe that it is our responsibility to cultivate and refine our skills, for it is through our mastery of them that we make a meaningful impact on the world around us. Just as a craftsman perfects his trade through years of practice, we, too, must dedicate ourselves to the pursuit of mastery, one step at a time, day by day. It is not enough to simply wish for success or hope for a breakthrough. Actual progress comes when we identify the most critical skills to our personal and professional growth and consistently commit ourselves to improving them. Whether it's public speaking, writing, coding, or leadership, mastering requires dedication, practice, and feedback. It's about taking those small daily actions, reading, studying, engaging with mentors, seeking feedback, and turning them into habits. Over time, these seemingly small efforts compound, leading to extraordinary results. The journey of skill development is not always easy. There will be moments of frustration, doubt, and failure. But remember, this is where the Stoic mindset comes into play. In these very moments, we can test our resilience and fortitude. If you can commit to improving your skills, even when the road is difficult, you will emerge more substantial and capable than ever imagined. One young entrepreneur, driven by passion but lacking the skills to grow his business, dedicated himself to daily improvement. By focusing on enhancing his marketing, financial literacy, and leadership abilities, he transformed his business within 2 years. This success was not a single moment of brilliance, but of consistent, daily work on the skills that mattered most. The truth is, no matter where you are in life, you are never too old or young to begin this process of self-improvement. It's about identifying what matters most to your success and committing to learning and improving daily. The Stoics believe that our potential is not limited by external forces, but by our willingness to work. So, what skills will take you to the next level? And what daily actions will you take to ensure you get there? Your journey to mastery begins now. Take the first step and let consistency be your guide. 3. Health. Caring for your body and mind. In pursuing success, it is easy to overlook one of the most fundamental elements of our well-being, our health. The Stoics recognize the profound connection between the mind and body, understanding that a well-maintained body is a vessel for life and a vital instrument in pursuing virtue and wisdom. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience the world, and if this vehicle is not functioning at its best, how can you expect to navigate life's challenges with clarity and purpose? Just as the Stoics practiced moderation in all things, we must be mindful of how we treat our bodies, understanding that each small choice we make contributes to the overall state of our health. Improving your health does not require grand, sweeping changes or extreme measures. It's about committing to the daily habits that will keep your body functioning optimally over the long term. These small actions, choosing water over sugary drinks, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, or going to bed a little earlier to ensure adequate rest, add up over time. The Stoics believed in the importance of self-discipline, which extends to how we care for our bodies. Each day, we are given countless opportunities to make choices that benefit or harm our physical health. The question is, will you choose to nourish your body or neglect it? Your health is not just about the physical aspect. It encompasses your energy, mood, and ability to focus and perform. When you care for your body, you unlock your potential in every area of your life. Consider a person constantly tired, stressed, and disconnected from their physical well-being. Their energy is drained, their mind scattered, and their ability to perform at a high level compromised. But when that person begins to focus on their health, making minor, consistent improvements each day, they begin to experience a transformation. As their body becomes more potent, so too does their mind. They regain the clarity and energy needed to take on challenges, to lead with purpose, and to live with intention. I once worked with a professional who, despite her talents, struggled to advance in her career. She was always tired, overwhelmed by stress, and unable to keep up with the demands of her job. We focused on her health, small, deliberate daily changes, better nutrition, regular movement, and improved sleep hygiene. Over time, her energy soared, her focus sharpened, and her productivity skyrocketed. Her career, once stagnating, took off as she regained control over her health and well-being. This transformation was not the result of a sudden miracle but of consistent, intentional effort in caring for her body. The Stoics remind us that we only have one body in this life and must care for it as a precious gift. It is not about perfection but about making consistent choices that honor the body's needs. When you take the time each day to improve your health, you invest in your ability to face the challenges ahead. You build a foundation to support your mind, work, and relationships. So, take a moment to reflect. How will you care for your body today? Will you make the small, daily choices that will nourish and strengthen you for the journey ahead? The decision is yours and will shape every aspect of your life. 4. Relationships. Building strong connections. In the Stoic tradition, cultivating virtue is not a solitary endeavor. While it is true that the Stoics emphasized self-mastery and inner strength, they also understood the vital importance of relationships. Human beings are inherently social creatures, and our connections with others shape the quality of our lives. To lead a life of fulfillment, growth, and purpose, we must invest in our relationships, whether with family, friends, colleagues, or ourselves. These connections are not mere transactions. They are the fabric of a life well lived. We ask ourselves, can we improve our interactions with others? Can we, each day, contribute positively to the lives of those around us? Building and nurturing relationships is not passive. It requires conscious effort and intentionality. Just as the Stoics believe that we should cultivate virtue through daily practice, we must also strive to cultivate kindness, empathy, and understanding in our interactions. It's not enough to exist within a relationship. We must actively work to make those around us feel seen, heard, and valued. Every day presents an opportunity to show appreciation, listen deeply, offer support, and resolve conflicts with grace and wisdom. The Stoics taught that we must approach every relationship as an opportunity to practice virtue, refine our character, and contribute to the well-being of others. Consider the example of a leader, perhaps a CEO, who is brilliant in strategy but struggles to connect with their team. Despite their success on paper, their company experiences high turnover, low morale, and stagnant innovation. The leader, however, recognizes the need for change and begins to invest in their relationships with their team. Day by day, they consciously try to show empathy, offer recognition, and foster collaboration. Over time, the transformation is profound. The team's morale rises, productivity improves, and the company reaches new heights. The results speak for themselves, but are the product of daily commitment to improving relationships. This shift was not the result of a singular moment of insight, but of a consistent, intentional effort to build a strong, supportive network. The truth is that no matter where you are in life, your relationships are the bedrock upon which your success and fulfillment are built. It is not the material wealth you accumulate or the titles you achieve that will matter most at the end of your life, but the lives you have touched and the relationships you have nurtured. Each interaction is an opportunity to build something meaningful, a connection that can endure through time. Whether with your family, friends, or colleagues, your commitment to being present, offering kindness, and resolving conflicts with wisdom will shape your life. So, as you move through your day, remember that every relationship you encounter is an opportunity to practice virtue. How can you be a better listener today? How can you show more appreciation for the people in your life? How can you resolve misunderstandings with clarity and compassion? The answers to these questions will improve your relationships and elevate the quality of your life. As the Stoics taught, we are not alone in this world. Our growth, happiness, and success are deeply intertwined with the people we share our journey with. Invest in them daily, and you will find that your life becomes more prosperous, more fulfilling, and more meaningful. 5. Focus, sharpening your attention. Focusing has become a rare and invaluable skill in a world of distractions. The ancient Stoics understood the power of concentration, recognizing that to live virtuously and effectively, we must first master our attention. The mind is like a tool that can either be sharpened and focused or left dull and scattered. To live a life of purpose and meaning, we must intentionally focus on what truly matters. It is not the amount of work we do that defines our success, but the quality of the work we commit to with a clear and unwavering mind. In today's world, we are bombarded by constant notifications, endless streams of information, and a society that demands our attention at every turn. It is easy to become overwhelmed, to scatter our efforts, and to lose sight of the deeper goals we wish to pursue. But, like the Stoics, we must cultivate the discipline to focus on what is essential, blocking out the noise surrounding us. This is not a passive act, but an active decision made repeatedly daily. Just as the Stoics practiced mindfulness in their thoughts, we must practice mindfulness in our actions, dedicating ourselves to the task at hand and resisting the temptation to divide our attention. Focus, like any skill, must be developed over time. It results from the daily practice of intentionally carving out time to concentrate on a single task and setting aside distractions. Start small, commit to 5 minutes of deep focus, free from interruptions, and gradually build from there. Initially, this may feel difficult as your mind seeks to wander, pulled by the countless distractions of modern life. But with each attempt, you train your mind to stay present and fully engage in the moment. Over time, this focused effort becomes a habit, and your productivity, creativity, and quality of work will increase exponentially. Consider the example of a writer who struggled to finish her novel. Despite her talent, she struggled to make progress. Her mind was constantly pulled in different directions. Together, we focused on improving concentration rate, gradually building up her deep work sessions. She began by setting aside small blocks of time, free from distractions, and slowly increased the duration as she grew more comfortable. Within 6 months, she had completed her novel. This achievement was not the result of sudden bursts of inspiration, but the product of consistent, focused effort. It was through the daily practice of concentration that she could finish what she had started. In the same way, the ability to focus intensely will unlock your potential and transform your life. Committing to focus daily will make you more effective in your work, more creative in your solutions, and more efficient in your decision-making. In a world where distractions are abundant, the power to focus is not just a skill but a superpower. It allows you to accomplish what others might take weeks to achieve in a fraction of the time. So, ask yourself, how will you use this power today? What will you commit to with full, undivided attention? As the Stoics taught, our minds are powerful tools. Will you use yours to build or to scatter? The choice is yours, and every moment of focus brings you one step closer to the person you are meant to become. 6. Habits. Shaping your life through small daily choices. The Stoics understood that life is not defined by grand, sweeping gestures, but by the small, seemingly insignificant choices we make every day. Our habits, both the good and the bad, shape the direction of our lives. The life we live today is the cumulative result of the habits we've built over time. The ancient philosophers often spoke of the importance of daily discipline, not as a burden, but as a pathway to self-mastery and a life of virtue. To achieve lasting success, we must cultivate habits that align with our deepest values and goals, for these habits determine our character and our future. Each day presents an opportunity to examine the habits we have formed, to see which ones serve us and which ones hold us back. The Stoics believe that virtue is developed through the repetition of good actions, and in the same way, we must deliberately create habits that reflect the person we aspire to be. A habit is not formed overnight. It is built through repetition, consistently choosing actions that align with our purpose, values, and desires for personal growth. Whether waking up early, practicing gratitude, exercising, or cultivating mindfulness, each small action compounds over time, bringing us closer to the person we want to become. The journey of habit building is not about perfection but progress. The Stoics emphasize the importance of self-reflection and self-awareness. Similarly, we must assess our habits regularly. Are they moving us toward our goals or leading us astray? To make meaningful progress, we must be willing to change and adapt to replace the habits that no longer serve us with those that support our growth. This process requires patience and commitment, but the rewards are profound. Over time, these small, consistent changes will result in massive transformation. Consider the story of a student who struggled to keep up with his academic work. Rather than overhauling his entire life, we focused on improving one habit at a time. First, he developed a consistent study schedule, improved his note-taking methods, and gradually adopted active recall techniques to strengthen his memory. With each slight improvement, his confidence and performance grew. By the end of the year, he was at the top of his class. This success was not the result of a sudden, dramatic shift, but of the steady, consistent application of good habits. As you reflect on your life, consider the habits that define you. What do they say about you? What are the small, consistent actions you can take today that will lead you to the person you want to become? Remember, it's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about making deliberate, purposeful daily choices. By committing to improving your habits, you will shape the trajectory of your life. Like the Stoics believed, virtue is forged through daily practice, and so is success. Through small, consistent steps, you will build the life you were meant to live. 7. Knowledge. Gaining deep, meaningful insight. In the ancient world, knowledge was not merely the accumulation of facts. It was a path to wisdom, a means of understanding the nature of reality and aligning oneself with virtue. The Stoics, in particular, held knowledge in high regard. However, they understood that actual knowledge is not shallow or transient. The deep, transformative understanding leads to self-mastery and meaningful action. In the pursuit of self-improvement, knowledge is not an abstract concept to be studied for the sake of learning. It is a tool, a guide that shapes how we interact with the world and navigate life's complexities. To grow, we must commit ourselves to learning not only from books or external sources, but also from the world around us. Every interaction, every challenge, and every moment presents an opportunity to expand our understanding and deepen our insight. The Stoics believed that the pursuit of knowledge was essential to living a life of virtue because it equips us to make sound decisions, understand our place in the world, and lead with wisdom. Yet, it is not enough to gather information. We must seek meaningful knowledge that challenges our assumptions and pushes us to grow beyond our current limitations. The pursuit of wisdom, not just information, elevates us. In the modern age, knowledge is at our fingertips. But in a world filled with endless distractions and superficial content, the challenge is to seek out knowledge that enriches our minds and enhances our ability to navigate life. The Stoics would remind us that the actual value of knowledge lies not in how much we know, but in how we apply that knowledge in our daily lives. Each day, we should ask ourselves, what new understanding can I gain today? How can I expand my perspective? What lessons can I learn from my experiences, failures, and successes? The process of gaining knowledge requires humility and discipline. It demands that we seek diverse perspectives, challenge our beliefs, and remain open to the possibility that what we know today may need to be refined or even wholly rethought. As you journey toward personal growth, commit to learning something new daily, whether through reading, engaging in thoughtful conversations, or seeking out experiences that expand your worldview. Over time, this commitment will transform you. You will gain knowledge and the wisdom to navigate life's challenges with clarity and purpose. Consider the story of a professional who felt stuck in her career. Despite her talents, she was plateauing, unable to break through to the next level. Together, we crafted a plan to expand her daily knowledge by reading industry-specific books, taking online courses, and attending webinars. It wasn't a quick fix, but within a year, she had earned a promotion and identified a new market opportunity for her company. This success was not the result of a single piece of information, but a consistent, daily effort to deepen her understanding and broaden her perspective. Knowledge is not just about mastering facts. It is about using that knowledge to live a virtuous life, to make better decisions, and to contribute meaningfully to the world. It is the key to unlocking our potential and becoming the person we were meant to be. So, as you move forward on your path of self-improvement, remember that pursuing knowledge is an ongoing journey. The more you learn, the more you grow intellectually, emotionally, and spiritually. Commit to gaining deep, meaningful insight daily, and watch as it transforms your life in ways you never imagined. 8. Resilience. Overcoming adversity with strength and grace. Life, as the Stoics often reminded us, is filled with uncertainty. There will be moments of triumph, but there will also be storms, setbacks, failures, and losses that test our resolve. In these moments, it is not our circumstances that define us, but our ability to endure, adapt, and rise again. Resilience is the cornerstone of strength. The quiet, inner power allows us to keep moving forward when the world seems to conspire against us. The Stoics believe that while we cannot control external events, we can always control how we respond. This is the essence of resilience, the capacity to face life's challenges with courage and composure. Building resilience is not about denying pain or hardship. It's about accepting life's inevitable difficulties and using them as opportunities for growth. Every setback, every obstacle, carries within it a lesson. The Stoics taught that adversity is not an enemy but a teacher, revealing our inner strength and sharpening our character. When life presents you with challenges, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I use this experience to become stronger, wiser, and more capable? Doing so transforms hardship into a source of growth rather than a cause for despair. Resilience is cultivated through daily practice. It begins with small acts of courage, stepping outside your comfort zone, embracing discomfort, and facing fear head-on. Over time, these small acts accumulate, strengthening your ability to endure more significant challenges. The Stoics believe that we should not seek a life free from difficulty, but prepare ourselves to meet trouble with strength. Resilience, like any skill, is developed through consistent effort. It is the practice of standing firm in the face of adversity and maintaining clarity and composure when the world seems chaotic. I once worked with an athlete who faced a career-threatening injury. It was a moment that could have marked the end of his dreams, but instead, it became the beginning of a new chapter. Rather than succumbing, he focused on what he could control: his attitude, recovery, and mental strength. Day by day, he worked tirelessly to rebuild himself physically and mentally. Over time, he returned to his sport and became more assertive, focused, and determined. His story is a testament to the power of resilience, a reminder that setbacks are not the end but an opportunity to rise. In your own life, you will inevitably encounter moments that test your resilience. These moments will challenge your patience, strength, and belief in yourself. But remember, as the Stoics taught, you are not defined by what happens to you. You are determined by how you respond. Cultivate resilience by embracing life's challenges and seeing every setback as an opportunity to grow. With each test you endure, you become stronger, more capable, and better equipped to handle the trials ahead. So, commit to building resilience as you move forward on your journey. Choose to see adversity not as a barrier, but as a barrier that leads to greater strength and more profound wisdom. Every time you rise after a fall, you affirm your ability to shape your destiny. Resilience is not about avoiding life's hardships. It is about standing tall in the face of them, knowing that within you lies the strength to overcome whatever life may bring. This is the Stoic way, facing the storms of life with unshakable resolve and emerging on the other side more substantial and complete than before. 9. Creativity, cultivating the art of innovation. In an ever-evolving world, creativity is not merely a gift but a necessity. The Stoics may not have spoken of creativity in the artistic sense we often think of today. Still, their philosophy was rooted in innovative thinking, the ability to see beyond obstacles, find solutions where others see dead ends, and adapt with wisdom and clarity in the face of uncertainty. Creativity, in its purest form, is the art of perspective, the ability to view the familiar through a new lens, to connect ideas in ways that spark innovation, and to bring something original into existence. Cultivating creativity is essential for those on the path of self-mastery and personal growth. Many believe that creativity is a trait reserved for a select few, but the truth is that creativity is a skill, one that can be nurtured and developed through consistent practice. It begins with curiosity, with a willingness to question the world around you and explore ideas beyond the surface. The Stoics encouraged critical thinking and reflection, two essential components of creativity. They taught us to examine our assumptions, seek wisdom from diverse sources, and approach problems. By fostering this mindset, we cultivate the creative spirit within us. Creativity flourishes in environments where the mind is free to wander, imagine, and play. In our fast-paced, goal-oriented world, losing touch with this sense of exploration is easy. But to live fully and grow deeply, we must make time for creative pursuits. Creativity demands intentional effort through writing, problem-solving, brainstorming, or simply allowing ourselves the space to think. The Stoics believed in balance between action and reflection, discipline and freedom, and creativity thrives within this balance. You unlock the innovation potential by permitting yourself to step back, dream, and try new approaches. Consider the story of a business leader struggling to stand out in a crowded market. Conventional strategies no longer worked, and his company was losing momentum. Instead of doubling down on old methods, he chose a different path. He began to nurture his creativity. He engaged in activities that sparked his imagination, reading widely, exploring unrelated fields, and encouraging open brainstorming sessions with his team. Over time, this shift in thinking led to a breakthrough product that revived his company and redefined his industry. His success was not born from luck, but from his commitment to cultivating creativity daily. The lesson here is clear. Creativity is not an accident but the result of deliberate practice and an open mind. Each day, take a moment to engage in something that challenges your thinking. Try a new approach to a familiar task. Seek inspiration from unlikely places. Embrace uncertainty and allow yourself to explore without judgment. The Stoics remind us that while we cannot control the outcome of our efforts, we can control the effort itself. Like any other skill, creativity is built through consistent, purposeful action. As you progress on your path of self-improvement, remember that creativity is not just about innovation in work or art. It is about approaching life with a fresh perspective. It is the ability to find meaning in the mundane, to see possibilities where others see limitations, and to create solutions in the face of obstacles. Cultivate your creativity daily, and you become more prosperous, vibrant, and filled with new opportunities. This is how you innovate, not just in your work but your existence. Creativity, when nurtured, becomes a powerful force for transformation, allowing you to shape your life and the world around you in extraordinary ways. 10. Contribution. Creating meaning through service. At the heart of a life well lived is the principle of contribution, the act of giving, not for recognition or reward, but because it is a reflection of our highest self. The Stoics believed they were not isolated but integral parts of a greater whole. They taught that our purpose is not solely to seek personal gain, but to contribute to the welfare of others and make the world a little better than we found it. True fulfillment comes not from what we accumulate but from what we give: our time, skills, wisdom, and, most importantly, care for those around us. Contribution is not reserved for grand gestures or monumental achievements. It is found in the small, everyday acts of kindness that ripple outward, creating waves of positive change. A word of encouragement to someone in need, a helping hand offered without expectation, or simply being present and attentive are the moments in which we make a difference. The Stoics remind us that we may not control the external results of our actions, but we can control our intent and effort. And when we contribute with sincerity and purpose, we enrich the lives of others and our own. In a world that often values self-interest and competition, choosing to focus on contribution can feel like a radical act. Yet, precisely, this choice leads to a more profound sense of meaning and connection. When we shift our mindset from "what can I gain" to "how can I serve," we open ourselves to a greater sense of purpose. Contribution becomes not just something we do but a way of being, a daily practice that shapes our character and aligns us with the virtues of compassion, humility, and generosity. There is a story of a successful executive who felt a profound emptiness despite his wealth and status. No material possession or professional accolade could fill the void within him. Seeking something more, he began mentoring young professionals, sharing his knowledge and experience with those just starting their journey. He also dedicated time to community projects, using his influence to support causes that mattered to him. Over time, he discovered a sense of fulfillment that surpassed anything he had achieved. His life was transformed, not because of what he gained, but because of what he gave. As you reflect on your life, consider this. What impact are you making on the world around you? How are you using your unique talents, experiences, and insights to uplift others? The Stoics taught that contribution is not about seeking recognition, but fulfilling our duty as members of a shared humanity. Every day presents an opportunity to add value and be a light source in someone's life, however small that light may seem. Commit to contributing daily in whatever way you can. Whether through your words, actions, or simply your presence, know that your efforts matter. You may never fully understand the impact of your contributions, but trust that they create a ripple effect, influencing lives in ways beyond your imagination. Ultimately, Not the wealth we accumulate or the titles we hold define us, but the lives we have touched. As the Stoics believed, a meaningful life is dedicated to service, giving back, and leaving the world better than we found. This is the path to true fulfillment, the path of contribution. Conclusion: life is not a destination. It is a continuous journey, one shaped by the choices we make each day. The Stoics remind us that while we may not control external circumstances, we always have control over how we live. Your mindset, your health, your skills, your relationships, your focus, your habits, your knowledge, your resilience, your creativity, and your contribution. These are the pillars that form the foundation of an extraordinary life. By committing to improving just a little in each of these areas daily, you set yourself on a path of lifelong growth and transformation. But remember, this journey is uniquely yours. Do not fall into the trap of comparison, for your progress is not measured against others, but against who you were yesterday. Celebrate each small victory, learn from every setback, and continue moving forward purposefully. The Stoic ideal is not perfection but progress, a life lived with intention, clarity, and strength. Through daily improvement, you change your life and become a source of inspiration and light for those around you. So, I challenge you to start today. Choose one area of your life to improve, no matter how small, and commit to it. Then, tomorrow, take another step. Each day, you'll grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. Soon, you'll look back and marvel at how far you've come. The world is waiting for the unique contributions only you can offer. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Begin now. If this message resonates with you and you're ready to embark on a journey of daily growth and self-mastery, subscribe to this channel. Here, we explore timeless wisdom, Stoic principles, and actionable strategies for personal development. Together, we can cultivate lives of purpose, resilience, and lasting fulfillment. Join our community, take the first step, and let's walk this path of daily improvement. One choice, one action, one day at a time. Your extraordinary life is waiting. Will you answer the call? Subscribe, stay inspired, and let's grow together.